G'day YouTube. I've been complaining about a light over my workbench for a little while. I have had lights. They are behind me, but nothing that's directionable. Okay, so I've had this this lamp fixture for a while now. I haven't used it. I don't have bulbs for it, but I could always get some. But what I'm looking at is possibly a LED, converting it over to a LED downlight. So this would be quite flexible, so I can flex it around and stuff. Okay, so I went down to the local Bunnings here in Brisbane, and I bought myself a downlight. This should work fine. I was originally going to get a smaller downlight, but I couldn't really find any there. So then I thought the size and whatever is brilliant. It's already pre-wired. It already has our 240 volt cable. But the bonus thing is that when I got it home, got it out of the box, and look at this. It will just pretty much plug straight in there. I could probably do that. And I could just tape it up and just use it the way it is. That would be the 5 minute job. But what I will do is, I think what I'll do is I'll get rid of this one. I'll drill out these pop rivets. Then we'll get rid of this this cord. Actually, I wonder if I might just use that cord. No, this is pre-wired, so well, I'll just get rid of the cord, and I can always just run the cord down the down here, or it doesn't really matter, don't it? As long as we attach it down here somewhere and get the power extension onto it, it'll be alright. I know. So, and since this is the plastic channel, what I thought was, what I might do is I might make a ring that'll this will just sit over. We'll just sit over, then we'll pop rivet our connection back onto the ring, and away we should go. Anyway, so I had a look at the plastics that I had on offer, and I thought this one here looked colourful enough. This is all just newspaper ties. So we've got blues, whites, and whatever. So I think that's alright. Okay, I've just found our hole saw hole thingy driller. Alright, now the size. We've got, it goes right up to 127, which would be this one. Then the next size underneath would be 89, which is this one. So with this one, this would be the this would be too tight apparently, because when they say actually say to drill this into the ceiling, they want a 92. I don't have a 92, so that would be a tight fit, well, into the ceiling, so that won't be really any good. This one here is looking promising. As you can see here, we have Get those springs out of the road. Alright, we have a bit of movement in there. So we could do that. That might be the way to go. Because basically when we do that, when we do the ring, we'll probably make the ring probably sit about that diameter there. So we've got from here up to out here for our ring. So I think that should be pretty good. Oh well, that's a pass. That's one pass anyway. All these shavings, you can remelt these down. I've drilled a center drill in the center, so that'll be good enough for our to locate where center is on this part. What all I need to do now is turn it over, and we'll clean up the other side. Okay, that side's finished. Just give it a bit of a file to get rid of the high spots on the on all these little holes. Once we do that, we can take it off and drill our core hole. Not our core hole, more of our billets, or whatever you want to call it. This is next. Okay, I've managed to slow that down quite a bit, so I'm quite happy with the speed. Gets a better heat off that, I tell you. Yeah, just not happy with the way it's sitting. Well, I mean, clamping, I should say. Because we don't want it to spin. That's the last thing we want. Okay, I think we're good now. I've tightened the clamp. I've tightened the nut. The drill's been sped down, so it's just a matter of closing your ears and not rush it. once we get down so far, then we can turn it around. Looking good so far. I'd say we're about halfway through. The further I go, the better it will be when we come to finish it up. A little bit more, then I'll turn it over. Have a look. Looks pretty good. Okay, all I need to do now is turn it over, come in from the other side, and we'll watch the centre bit spin. Okay, part 2 of our centre drilling, our core hole cutting, or whatever you want to call it. I've done the other side. Now all we need to do now is cut out the final core. Alright, for that. Take off our scrap. That scrap, we can cut this up and reuse that. But this is the bit we want. Not too bad if I say so myself. Yeah, the edges are pretty good. Looks alright. That's step 1. Okay, our outside diameter is okay from the hole saw. Now what we need to do is work on the inside diameter. Okay, so what we're going to do is just going to whack this big drill through. That'll just open up the hole enough so we can put our boring bar through and just bore it out to our size. So that's what we're doing now. So we need to figure out where we're on at the moment, and we'll go from there. Alright, we're at 27. Need to go out to 90. It's a few turns, eh? Few turns. So what you can do is you can just put the boring bar in a bit, and we can just wind her out. Then ideally if we get it wrong, we could just face our surface. Oopsies. Have a quick measure of that. Nothing's too precise. I really should use a ruler, but don't have one at the moment. Actually, I had a ruler before. Alright, we're at 60. Another 30 mil. Slightly be about 10. Try that. See where we are. I think we'll be pretty close when we get to about here. Would you believe me if I said that's not right? Need to go out 90s out here. Alright, we'll do another 12. Once we find our size, then we can rough it out. Then we won't be afraid to pull out the material. It's 80. And even if I was on size, this would just be, this either become the back or whatever. Alright, that's 85. We'll go with that at the moment, then we'll just fix it up later. Give us a good roughing start anyway. This phone will go flat too. I mean, the camera will go flat. That's what I like about plastic. You can take big cuts. Machine's not struggling. Well, that doesn't take too long to bore out our ring to our rough size anyway. Alright, so what we need is to get the feed going right, then we can give that a measure. Well, that's not too bad. It's a bit pretty, isn't it? Alright. This should be about 85, if I'm not mistaken. Be close. $85 on the button. Alright. So we need to take another 5mm off. 5mm off the diameter would take us to 90. That should be roughly about 90 now when I pour that out. Let's see, what are we? Alright, we're on 90 at the moment. Let's see if we can get it. Good size. Okay, so we're so that's about 90.1, and I was wanting to go 90.5, so take 0.4 or 5 off. We should be almost there then. 0.2, 0.4. I think we should be good. That's 90.7. Alright, so this is either going to end in tears Alright, bubble doors will deburr that, then we'll see if we can put that in. If that doesn't fit in, then we'll have to pull it out then. But I think that should be right. We have all faith. All I'll do is I'll deburr this. Just a bit of tool steel, hold on the angle. too bad. G'day, it's the next stages of our light install. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to mount the ring onto here, well, onto this bit here. So what I got to do is drill out the rivets. Once we drill out the rivets, then we'll be able to find out what size rivets we can put in. All you do to drill out the rivets is just put it in, and what you want to do is you want to drill it down so it's just a bit beyond the, just a bit proud of this this edge here. Well, actually what you really want to do is drill down until it touches that edge, then the pop rivet should just fall out. Just like that. Should just come off anyway. Once you select the appropriate size, you don't want to go too small, otherwise it'll just drill straight through. And if you're not in center, it doesn't work too well either. There we go. Right. That should fit nicely on there, actually. The only thing we'll just have to do is just bend these out a bit. To do that, we can just press down a bit. All right. That looks alright, eh? What I'll do is I'll just find a drill that I can just put through the hole, then center it on here, then we'll just drill and pop rivet it on. Okay, so what it looks like is that the gold drill that I had before, the size, just to mark that out, is the size that I need to actually drill through the entire part. So right, now it's time to pop rivet that one. It should fit in nicely, just like that. First time of actually doing this, but this should now what we do for the other one is turn it around, put it in center. Well, move it to center. That looks in center to me. drill that one through. Do the same. Pop rivet time. Here we go. Oh no! Oh! Cracked it, I did. Ah. Ah. Cracked me ring. Thought I might have been playing with the fire there a bit. There you go. See the crack? See, here's the crack. Look at that. Cracked. You'll be right. All good. No one will know, will they? Shh. Hey folks, we're basically finished now. Okay, so there's our ring. It's holding our light, our LED light. Okay, so what I had to do here is, because I cracked the ring, so this one here, that side there is cracked. So what I did is I just turned the holder thing around to the other side, drill the hole through, then just put a screw in. If I put a screw in originally, that would have been the best thing to do, but all right. So what I had to do is cut the wire, cut the plug off, use your common sense and see electrician, and we've got our LED plugged into our arm, flexi arm. I'll show you what I had to also do. Okay, over here with our swivel arm, I didn't have a support to put the arm in. So what I did is I found a bit of plastic. As you can see there, the ridges of the tin. Okay, this is one of the bits of plastic that I had white lids, and the newspaper ties. And if you look closely, there'll be a couple of bits of steel speckle, because this is the plastic that come from my the lathe tray. Anyway, so what I did is I drilled a clearance hole for our spigot, and what I did is I drilled into the table, and I just put 2 screws through. Right, so that way. Okay, now to power the light on, we'll have a look. Boom. Think that's going to work quite fine. Up, back, left, right. You can definitely film with light now. Yeah, so the moral of the story is, make sure you don't put too much pressure on the plastic, otherwise it will crack. Yeah, so that's alright. I don't think I'll make another ring. I could, but I think that should do fine. It's not as though it's getting a lot of pressure on it. I could try and fix it. I could try and make another ring, but I think that's fine. Originally I was going to hot melt glue on the on our light, but with the clamps are putting enough pressure on to centralize the our light on the spigot, so that's alright. I'm quite happy with that. As you can see in the background, my table is full of non-essential items that aren't in the correct appropriate place. So while I shall endeavour to clean this up, next time you see it, it'll be spick and span. I hope. Or the light will be on me. Alright.